since today on our episode here in a little bit, we're going to be doing kind of like mind-bending kind of movies, somewhat kind of horror, but more like twisty kind of movies. I thought what would be a really good idea, and it's really too bad our producer's not here for this because he would have loved this. And this is a perfect thing before I give the answers to these things that if he can't get it, you guys need to give these in the comments. Okay. So I'm going to share some riddles with you and see if you can guess. So like twisty riddles. Okay.
If only Andrew was here.
He would have killed at this. He would have loved it. He's going to ask us, can we do that again on another episode? I know him. Absolutely. Okay. Hold on. Let me get a drink of my Chick-fil-A strawberry whatever. Okay. Riddle number 1. The more you take, the more you leave behind. What am I?
The more you take, the more you leave behind. Food.
Okay, let me reword it.
Okay.
The more you leave, the more you leave behind. But take still works. I think this is payback for the question I asked you a few episodes ago. Yeah, but this is actually a good one.
The more you leave,
the more you take, or the more you leave, the more you leave behind. Want to guess? The difference is I'm not going to read this one 100 times to you.
That's the point of
like a psychopath.
That's the point. That was the point of the.
Okay, I'm going to give you a second to guess. You guys have 5 seconds to guess. 5, 4, 3.
Is it
2, 1.
Love?
No, it's footsteps.
The more you leave, the more you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Riddle number 2. I speak without a mouth and I hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with wind. What am I?
Chimes. Wind chimes.
I speak without a mouth and I hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with wind. What am I?
You come alive with wind. You see the start of it. You started it thinking a river, but
give you 5 seconds.
But this is worse than the one I asked you. These are worse.
These are worse. I'll give you an easy one in a second. Okay. Your guess.
I don't.
5, 4,
a river.
3, 2, 1. An echo.
Okay.
Riddle number 3. Here's an easy one. You should be able to get this. What has keys but can't open locks?
A piano.
Yes.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
What can? Here's another one. Riddle number 4. Easy one. What can fill a room but takes up no space?
Takes up no. What can fill a room?
Fill a room
but takes no space.
But takes up no space.
Air. Gas.
Maybe for you, gassy. What can fill a room? This little.
Oh, light.
Yes, light. Okay. Speaking of that, the more of me there is, the less you see. What am I?
More of me there is, the less you see. Darkness.
Darkness. Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
All right. Let's do one more.
Would you rather have?
No, you are not asking me that question. All the bacon.
I know. Our viewers love that.
Oh no, they don't. They hate that question. Okay, last question here. Forward, I am heavy, but backward, I am not. What am I?
Forward, I am heavy, but backward, I am not.
Forward, I am heavy, but backward, I am not. Tell us in the comments.
Forward, backward.
Forward, I am heavy, but backward, I am not. Let me repeat. Forward, I am heavy, but backward, I am not.
Unlimited bacon.
No.
No, I don't know. I don't know. I'm lost. You tell me.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The answer is ton. Forward, I am heavy. Backward, I am not. N-O-T. Oh, man. There we go. Okay.
But would you rather?
No, don't even go there. I will walk out of the room right now.
What is up, movie lovers, and welcome back to the Pass the Popcorn podcast, the only show where the takes are hot, the popcorn is fresh, and we don't have a producer this episode, so I have to do the switching of the cameras. Hang on, let me...
It wasn't me. It was the one-armed man.
I'm your host, Nick, here with my co-host, Rob.
Schmosby.
We are so incredibly pumped that you're here with us today, whether you're a casual moviegoer or a diehard cinephile. This is the show for you. So be sure to grab your snacks, find your seat, because the show starts right now.
This podcast is as good as any movie. I would put this podcast up there with like Dune Part 2.
Really?
It's that good. It is beyond S tier.
Wow.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I
I think that there are plenty of S tier podcasts, including ours, but there are no video game movies that are S tier. So I stand on that. Oh, man. Did you see where I baited Andrew and you on Letterboxd? Where somebody was talking about, on Letterboxd, they were doing this thing about like the top video game movies. And they said the number one video game movie was Super Mario Brothers, which I kind of agree, but I do agree with you that Sonic 3 is probably a better movie overall. But then all the comments, because Letterboxd is filled with a bunch of people who are like the most pretentious movie lovers, and they're like, I love The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. It's my favorite movie of all time. And it was all, you never even heard of The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari until that Nicolas Cage movie came out and he quoted it. You didn't even know what it was. And so they're so pretentious. And on this list, they're just roasting that this is the worst best of list of movies ever. So I go on there and I comment, hey, could some people like this post so I can prove to my friends that, and friends I use loosely, acquaintances. I can prove to my acquaintances that there are no S tier video game movies. And the main comment I got was from Andrew, and it said, you're wrong. Tell them where Andrew is today.
He wasn't feeling good, so he left us out to dry. But it's okay. We hope he's feeling better.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I got anything. Actually, I probably didn't get anything on there.
Anything else
on that Letterboxd post? Let me see.
Oh, Letterboxd. Oh, I love. Hey, our Letterboxd are actually in the YouTube description of the channel.
Yeah, I got nothing. No, nothing. Not even like a like. It was so bad. I'm done trying to do that again. But hey. What are we talking about today?
This week we watched Us.
Yeah.
Jordan Peele's second venture
into
filmmaking.
Yeah, the hilarious writer and
comedian
component of Key and Peele, who is incredible in like all the sketches he's in. He comes out and makes this really great movie called Get Out, which kind of took everybody by surprise because they were like, oh, and there's something about comedic actors. Comedic actors sometimes make very, very good horror movies, and I don't understand why. Maybe they have an understanding.
Some of them just come out and make good movies.
Weapons. What's his taste? That made Weapons. Director Weapons.
I was thinking
Zach.
Wasn't
it Zach something?
Hang on, give us a second. We don't have a producer here to look this up.
He's supposed to be looking this stuff up. Zach Kreger, yeah.
Okay.
But Zach Kreger was on like that comedy show that he was on for like a long time. It was like a YouTube comedy show and stuff. And he's very funny. And he's been on a few different sitcoms and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And he's great. But
I'm thinking like with Bo Burnham in 8th grade.
Yes.
Jonah Hill in mid-90s. Like sometimes comedians can just make really good, not comedic movies.
Yeah, and he had this massively successful first hit with Get Out, which is a great movie. I will tell you that a lot of the movies and the movie we're talking about today is not family friendly. So it's not necessarily something you want to watch if it's one of those things, but I just look it up anytime. Like, but we have a lot of different listeners that listen to this, so I always want to kind of address that. But yeah, like, Get Out is incredible. It's incredible. And if you struggle with movies that have a message, because it feels like the message is too, like, beat you down with the message, I never felt that way with Get Out. Get
I didn't
Out
feel that way.
it felt like a horror, twisty, psychological thriller, more than anything else. And then Us is in the same vein.
Yeah,
but it's him going way further into that.
Yeah, well, it's too, like, before we get into it, that's what I said yesterday. I was like, with his first one being such a success, it was like almost like a, hey, how are you going to do that again? Or they were like, how are you going to beat that? How are you going to top that? And so he went
Hot Wheels.
What?
Beat that. Hot Wheels.
Oh. And he did. Then he did this movie, and then after this movie, he did Nope.
Yes.
And
I saw all of them in the theaters. No, I never saw Get Out in the theater. I saw Get Out later on when everybody was talking about it. And I was on a trip. I think I was traveling for school. Watched it in a hotel room. And I'm sitting there, like, holding a pillow going, oh, my gosh. Like, it's so intense. It's so great. And so after that, it was like, I got to see every one of these in a theater. And so it brings us to Us. And, you know, Us opens up in 1986, Santa Cruz Boardwalk. The female character, the young girl in this, her name is Adelaide, who we later played by Lupita Nyong'o. She is at Boardwalk with her parents. She wanders in this mirror maze, this fun house that's like a find yourself.
her dad, played by Wonder Man.
He's played by Wonder Man. Great show if you haven't seen it yet. And ultimately what she does is she encounters what appears to be someone that looks like her twin. Yeah.
There's another person in there.
There's another person inside that room that looks like your twin, and so that takes you off guard and everything. And so you have, you know, all of that stuff. And then, and I think even, you have prior to that, the rabbits, they start showing the rabbits first.
Yeah, the first shot is the rabbits.
The first shot is the rabbits. So, like, I think the movie is establishing really, really clearly between the rabbits and, like, this girl entering in this mirrors and everything else that, like, that you're about to watch something that's going to mess with your head. It mess with your head with it. And it's a very twisty, psychological.
Yeah, I don't know. When you Google it, it says horror / mystery. I wouldn't say it's necessarily horror. It's not scary. I mean, it can be.
It has jump scares.
It has jump scares, but it's definitely more of a mind, like a think.
Yeah, I think this is more of a thinker than it is, but, you know, it's somewhat of a horror movie. I mean, when you think about, you know, what we're going to lead up to in all of this, some of those scenes are very horror scenes.
Yeah.
But this is an amalgamation of several different types of filmmaking.
Yeah.
That he's doing here. And so, yeah, so take us into what's happening here.
Yeah, so like he said, at the boardwalk, she disappears. She runs into. We don't see the other girl turn around. It just cuts to then some of the rabbits and everything, and then it comes to present day, where Adelaide is now an adult, played by Lupita Nyong'o, married to Winston Duke. Who, if you don't know who Winston Duke is, he's M'Baku from Black Panther.
He is M'Baku from Black Panther, yeah.
I love Winston Duke. And they're taking their kids to their summer home, where they're going to spend a few days and hanging out with their friends. And we find out, like, they kind of do this intersplicing of flashback things where we find out that the parents found her and they're like, oh, she was missing for 15 minutes and now she's not talking.
Yeah. Okay, so, like, I think it's really important if you're going to go watch this movie and you haven't watched this, like, go into this movie with the concept of, like, I'm going to watch this for symbolism and I'm going to watch this symbolically. Like, I'm not going to take this, like, if I go into this movie expecting to watch something that I'm going to take literally and that everything is literally going to make sense, it does sometimes and sometimes it doesn't. It's way more symbolism. Way more symbolism.
Oh, we actually missed one of the things. The first thing they show us is the Hands Across America.
Yes, they do. They show the Hands Across America, which comes back again later on. And I do know that Jordan Peele, he honestly saw that and remembered that as a kid. Like, saw the image of the Hands Across America. And for some reason, it's supposed to be this really unifying type thing. And he hated it as a kid. He thought it was like a haunting, scary image to him.
Of just everybody across America holding hands.
Yes. And which for some reason for him, and I think that was part of, and something I found interesting is on the, I think there was a VHS shelf that we saw when they turned it on. And there's this movie on there that I've never seen called Chud. And it is about creatures from the underground.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, Jordan.
Yeah. So
Jordan does. He's really good with doing stuff like that.
I had no idea. I found that today. I found that. Well, and, Adelaide's Thriller shirt is nods to Michael Jackson's red costume. And what is everybody wearing?
They're wearing red. I assume.
So like,
all right, Jordan.
He's got a lot of little stuff in there. Jordan Peele's interesting that way, and you just gotta go into his movies and kind of go like, hey, I'm gonna take it for what it is. But yeah, there's some interesting stuff in this.
Yeah. So they end up going there. They're talking like their daughter wants to drive, their son wants to play. Very typical family going out for summer vacation.
Yeah, this is not a. This doesn't have to be white family, black family, anything. Like, this is just a prototypical American family. And they are just there to have a good trip. And this isn't a rich family. They don't have a ton of money, but they're going on a vacation and they want to.
With their rich friends.
With their rich friends.
With their rich friends.
And their friends are very rich.
Which, it comes up more that it's, the rich family is white, but it's not ever really race driven.
No, it's just talking about those that prosper versus those that don't.
Yeah.
And while, in the movie it plays it very much as, the white family does and the black family doesn't as much, it doesn't go as far. It's not so, like, heavy-handed in the way that it's just like, oh, look at how poor this family is.
I mean, even he buys a boat. It's a cheaper boat, but he buys a boat.
But he still goes.
And they have a summer home in Santa Cruz.
Yeah, and
so
he rents a home, and he's got a summer home in Santa Cruz and everything. And so it is mentioning there's a disparity here. There's a difference that kind of exists in the middle of all this. But it's the beginning of their... And Winston Duke is very classic dad, cheesy dad.
Think, like, actually something that came to me is he was giving a lot of Griswold,
Clark Griswold vibes. Yeah, the jokes, the singing in the car, the everything else, and they're driving along until they get to their house and go check out the place, and they're gonna go check out all of this stuff, and so the family consists of Adelaide, Gabe, the husband, Zora, and Jason.
Yes,
Jason's.
Zora is the doppelganger one. Umbre is her name.
Okay, Umbre. Umbre is the name. And so like, this is just giving you like good vibes.
Yeah, like they're like, I mean, the start of the movie being them when she's younger and everything. It's going to be like a thriller, like a horror movie, just because there's stuff that's happening there. But the way they treat this part is it's just a family on vacation.
Yeah,
like they're going on vacation. Her son, Jason, is messing with his sister, and then he gets trapped in a closet. He's freaking out about that.
Yes.
Adelaide is having flashbacks and stuff, too, when she was a kid.
Yeah, because all this stuff happened in Santa Cruz that she went through. And honestly, everything with Adelaide feels way more like someone who's remembering their trauma. It's just they are remembering they went through something where they saw someone and it scared them and it startled them, and now she has to kind of live that really scary moment out in her life.
And so they reach a point where they're like, okay, Winston Duke says, hey, I got a boat. Gabe's like, I bought a boat. It's a pretty bad boat. It's a pretty cheap boat, but it's a boat.
The motor doesn't work on it very much. I did read that the cinematographer of this movie actually did a lot of the shots of the family. He specifically worked on making the shots of the family because as we were watching this last night, they're all really close shots. And part of the reason he did that was a lot of horror movies will shoot wide,
which we get later in this one.
and you're going to get plenty of that one, but they'll shoot a lot wider so that you can see the other things that are happening in the space, and all that empty space is supposed to make you uncomfortable. But he shot it in such a way so that it felt so that you would get more connected with the characters. In the beginning, you're really close to them. Eventually, you start to see. But even in the dangerous scenes coming up, he still keeps in pretty close.
Yeah. So they finish off the boat. They're going to go meet their friends at the beach.
Yes.
On the way to the beach, they see a dead guy getting loaded up into a car or into an ambulance, which he's holding us. This was one of the things that I laughed about, was because in the flashback in the beginning when they're in 1986, Adelaide sees a guy holding a sign that says Jeremiah 11:11, which talks about judgment.
Looks like a homeless man, yeah.
Which talks about judgment.
Yes.
And then flash forward to when she's an adult and they're coming back. He's the guy who died, and he's still holding that same Jeremiah 11:11 sign.
Still saying the same sign about judgment, and he's died out
He's
there.
been doing it for the love of the game for years.
This is the kind of guy who goes to the most random spots, and he's going to hold up his sign and make sure that you know that the end is coming here. On the way there, the family is, flicking through the radio because they're having a hard time, like communicating and talking in the car, because the son is obsessed with this little lighter
magic trick, and it's making noise, and he can't get it to work.
And the sister, and none of them are getting along, and there's a little bit of tension, but it's like going with your family on a vacation you don't really want to go on.
After you've been in a long car ride, just to get back in the car.
And honestly, a song comes on by the name of "I've Got Five on It," which is an old rap song and that's something that Jordan Peele does a lot, is uses music. Do you remember in Get Out, Redbone?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Redbone being used in that one, and what that's kind of establishing, what that song means, and what it's establishing later in the movie is really, really interesting. But I've Got Five on It is playing here. Mom is trying her best to
get her son in rhythm,
get herself in rhythm, although she's struggling with it a little bit, and they're doing all this stuff, and they're just bonding here. But
then they make it to the beach where we see Dahlia and Josh, and they're twins. At the beach, this is the other family.
Dahlia played by Elizabeth Moss,
and Josh played by Tim Heidecker.
Yeah, Heidecker. Yep.
And
of Tim and Eric, the comedy show, which is very funny, very much in the vein of I Think You Should Leave. What's his face?
Tim Robinson.
Tim Robinson. Yeah, very much in the vein of Tim Robinson comedy.
I love Tim Robinson.
Very dry, weird, like hot dog showing up, crashing a Wienermobile into a building and going, "Who did that?" kind of humor.
You're dressed like a hot dog. So is that guy.
I Think You Should Leave is so funny. So funny. It's just really, really good TV. And so, they're there. Their son
he's playing with sand toys.
And
he hears the twins go, aren't sand toys for babies? And so he immediately stops playing with the sand toys.
Because they're judgmental, horrible teenagers.
Yeah.
They're just horrible. They're
just doing cartwheels. Actually, can we talk? It'll come up later. Why are they doing cartwheels or handstands all the time?
All the time. I don't know. Are they gymnasts?
I mean, Umbre is a runner.
Yeah.
They don't ever tell us what they're doing, but they're introduced doing handstands and cartwheels, and they just do them the entire movie.
And honestly, I'm offended because is Jordan Peele think that white girls are constantly going around just doing cartwheels?
Aren't they?
Maybe.
Okay.
I mean,
maybe he knows something.
Your sister taught a lot of girls in dance.
Yeah, Brittany, let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
Is it just always cartwheels?
Yeah, are they all doing cartwheels all the time? Is that just constantly a little? And is it not just a little white girl thing, but is it a little all girls?
Is it just a girl thing to do cartwheels?
I'm mentioning what the movie mentioned, but is that an actual thing?
Is that an actual thing?
I've never had girls.
Yeah, you're only a guy dad.
Yeah,
I'm only boy dad.
Yeah, I'm guy dad sounds weird. Don't say that again. That was weird. So there's the beach there, and it's setting up ultimately the kind of characters they are. Elizabeth Moss' character is ultimately this,
I got this plastic surgery done.
Classic, rich friend who
Need
had
my
plastic
rosé.
surgery, who's drinking massive amounts of wine, who's joking about how she hates her husband.
Mm-hmm.
They are like caricatures of like people. Her husband's all, take my wife, please. Blah. Like it's just the worst versions of all people are their friends. And their kids are terrible and everything. And
then Josh the son has to go to the bathroom.
yeah, he wanders
the
off.
Twins. Why don't you just pee in the ocean?
Yeah.
Jinx. Double jinx. Strike out. Dude, it's just dumb stuff that they put in there.
Mm-hmm.
And as he's going to the bathroom and he actually uses the porta potty, he comes out, he sees a guy in a red jumpsuit and a jacket just standing there with his hands out.
Yeah.
And there's blood dripping from his hand. And then Adelaide starts freaking out. Doesn't know where.
I think he is the man who was holding the Jeremiah 11:11 sign.
Mm-hmm. They don't tell us that there.
Yeah. They don't tell us that?
Yeah, they don't show us that. They don't show his face.
Yeah.
We just see a guy standing there.
And
Spoiler
there's blood.
alert. There's blood dripping from his hand.
Right
It
there.
gets into it's a symbolism thing. It's a symbolism thing.
Yeah.
You'll know who that is, but it is the Jeremiah 11:11 guy. But
Yes.
it's not the Jeremiah 11:11 guy.
Yeah. Spoilers.
And Adelaide starts freaking out. She can't find Josh, and she went missing at this boardwalk.
Yes.
So she's freaking out
Because she's thinking, oh my gosh, it's all going to happen again.
Mm-hmm.
And she is like, I'm ready to leave. She goes, they're going back to the house.
Like,
and
I think
she's
I think there was a girl in the maze that looked like me, and I think she's getting close. I think she's cool. One of the things she says, which is also like, I like this movie, but there's some things that I'm like, okay, Jordan, I need to be enlightened. Where she brings up, coincidences, they just keep happening more and more, and I think it's because she's getting close. One of the coincidences was a Frisbee landed on a blanket with polka dots, and the Frisbee perfectly covered one of the polka dots. If that's what's making you start to freak out.
Well, yeah. But I think that's the point, though, as we're going to see later on.
Yeah.
Is she is feeling constantly chased.
Yeah.
And as we're going to see in the end, there's a reason why she's feeling constantly chased. Which means why, that would prove to you why everything, including a Frisbee and landing on a dot, would make her go, oh, that's a sign.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's only a sign to a person who is constantly feeling guilty. And Adelaide is feeling that way, and you'll know more later.
Yeah. And so she's telling them they want to leave. Winston Duke's like, okay, or Gabe's like, all right, we'll go in the morning. Let's just sleep it off first. The power cuts out.
Yes.
They're freaking out. They're trying to find their kids. And then all of this, one of the funniest things is they get Josh, and Josh goes, there's a family standing on our driveway.
Yes.
Like, is that a family standing in our driveway?
Yes.
And then it just cuts to them just looking out the window at these people holding hands in the driveway, which it's a tense movie.
It's a terrifying image.
But yeah, and it's a terrifying image. Having seen this before, that's part of Jordan Peele's comedic timing coming in, because it is a creepy image. But the way that he cuts it to them, just, there are people standing in our driveway.
Yes.
It's just like,
well, and honestly, like, that's a terrifying image. Like, for me, as someone who, like, I don't love a lot of horror movies. When I was younger, I watched a lot more of them. But some I do. And honestly, one I saw years and years ago, a long time ago, was a movie by the name of The Strangers. And they've done some remakes of them recently. I think they did a 3-part remake.
they're not good.
And I hear they're terrible.
They're awful.
And the reason they remade them is the old one was so popular, but it was genuinely one of the scariest things I've ever seen. I never want to watch it again in my life. It was terrifying because it just reminded you of, like, that there are horrible people out there. And so it gives you that feeling for just a second, this ominous feeling, because there's these 4 people in these red jumpsuits that are standing there, and all you can tell is there's a tall guy, a medium-sized, small, and
you just see sizes. You can't see them.
You just see sizes.
Speaking of things, like, real quick, something that traumatized me as a child was actually the original movie Clue.
Clue is not even scary.
There's just one part in that movie
with Tim Curry?
Yeah, the Tim Curry one that stuck with me. And it's when the lights cut out, they open the front door, and the lady's going, I'm a singing telegram, and then she gets shot.
Yes.
Me as a kid, for some reason, horrified me.
Oh my gosh.
I had to sleep in my parents' bedroom for days because I was worried I was going to open the door.
I just recently saw The Clue, a remake of that on Broadway here in Salt Lake. It was really good. I love the old Clue movie.
Well, I mean,
do I think it's like a high tier? No.
I need to watch it again, but for a very
Ryan
long
Reynolds
time.
is trying to remake that movie. You know that.
Please remake that movie with Ryan Reynolds.
I think that'd be great.
And like nowadays, like I know, but that I think I was like maybe 7 or 8, and it was terrifying.
Well, we all have our thing. When I was a kid, for anybody who watches this is a little bit older, when I was a kid, I lived in the country, and there was a show that my dad loved to watch called Unsolved Mysteries. And Unsolved Mysteries had this. I can't play the song because we'd probably get copyrighted. But it was like da 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 da. What they were trying to solve mysteries of people that had gone missing, people that had been kidnapped, killers that hadn't been caught, all these kind of like weird stories. And the movie was so. Not the movie, but the TV show was so scary that I was literally so freaked out. And I remember seeing the scene and that family standing there, and I'm having the same feeling as that, going, yeah,
I know that feeling you're talking about, and
Yes.
that was actually for me. My dad loves like the true crime stuff,
Yes.
so he would watch. I think it was like the ID channel.
Yo, yeah.
But then something came on one night, late at night, and I'm just watching it, and it was called Urban Legends.
Oh, dude, that one
That show
freaks me out.
freaked me out.
No, I can't do it. I struggle when it comes to all this stuff. I struggle with stuff that seems too close to like reality. Ultimately, what is good about Us is like Us is so fantastical that it ends up being sort of fun to watch, but it's not like a typical horror. But I think some of the scariest stuff is the one that seems too real. Where it's like, oh, no, I don't want to watch that. That's, no, please don't. So the family is out there.
Yeah.
They're all freaking out. The dad is not, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, let me just go talk to him.
Yeah.
And he goes outside and talks to him.
Very Clark W. Griswold.
Yeah.
Very, like he walks out and he goes, and then the funniest thing.
What are you doing out here, guys?
So this is again a black family, but he's talking and then all of a sudden you can tell he switches into a black voice.
Yes.
Where he goes, I thought I told y'all to get off my prop, and I'm like,
Yes.
I noticed it instantly. I'm like, he switched the way he's
and that was
talking.
on purpose.
That's on purpose.
That's on purpose. He is.
Especially when it came out with the bat.
Yeah, he is. A lot of his friends, and so he's somewhat a little more disconnected from maybe his culture a little more at that
He's
point.
wearing a Howard University sweater.
Yeah, and so like he's now kind of going, okay, I need to step up to this family, or whoever these strange individuals are out here, and then ultimately,
then the big guy walks towards him,
the big guy starts walking towards him,
and the other ones scatter.
They all scatter, and they make this noise where it's all like this thing, and everybody scatters. And then the family's freaking out. They're all running to close windows, doors, and everything. This family, they don't know where they're coming from, but one of them is crawling on the ground all the time. One of them is running around. One of them is walking very slowly and straight up. And then the large one is just very menacing, big, like a bouncer.
And Gabe's trying to keep the door shut. He's holding a bat. The guy trying to break in, the big tall guy grabs the bat, hits him in the leg, comes in. Everybody else breaks in, and they bring them all into the living room, and that's when their son Jason goes, "It's us," and we see that it is like slightly twisted versions
of all of themselves
of the family.
Well, and they ask them, "Who are you?" And they say,
"We're Americans."
We're Americans. But she says it. Lupita Nyong'o speaks in this really raspy, terrifying voice. And they're Americans. And the idea, I looked this up. That line is meant to mean a lot. Like Jordan Peele directly linked the film to the U.S. and to fears of the outsiders, saying the movie is about the possibility that we are our own worst enemy. And so that we're Americans. We are you, and we are the worst parts of you. We are the worst parts of you. So they're seeing themselves, but they're seeing the worst parts of themselves.
And by the way, the alternate version of Adelaide is the only one that talks in the entire movie.
Yeah.
Of the people in red jumpsuits.
I'm not going to get into Adelaide's as much, but I did find this thing that broke down ultimately a little bit of the characters, but I won't get into Adelaide's for obvious reasons. But Abraham and Gabe, the double represents brute masculinity, stripped of charm, just like he's beast. He's tough. Umbre and Zora, speed, instinct, ferality, like fierce nature. Pluto and Jason. Damaged child self, mimicry, fire, masking. And then there's Red and Adelaide.
Yeah, as we said, Adelaide's copy, whose name is Red,
Yes.
tells a story in her. She's talking like that. She
Pretty
talks
much.
like,
That's exactly
that's how she talks, and she tells the story of a little girl who grew up and met a nice prince. But she says one way of the story that is very nice, and then a darker side of the story.
Yes.
And then she says, they had a daughter who was so sweet and so kind, and then then this other daughter who was a psychopath, and it shows Red's daughter.
Yeah.
And it says, and then they had a son who was full of like whimsy, and there was one who yearned for fire, and then it shows Pluto. So she's saying
these are all the dark versions.
These are all the dark versions of you. Like everything that you did happened to us, but it was in a darker way. And then they make Adelaide handcuff herself to a table, and she said they're going to take out the family. They're going to kill the family.
Yes.
And so
their darker. What you're getting here is that their darker self is going to destroy them.
Yeah.
And that's the symbolism, is the darker self is going to destroy the other part of them, which is what makes it very, very interesting. And, Red, you described your voice perfectly. One thing they do as well is that all of them carry around these scissors.
Gold scissors.
They carry around gold scissors. And Jordan Peele had to actually describe those scissors, and we were talking about this last night, as a dual object. Like scissors are ultimately two parts hinged together that are both matching, making one whole. And this, that scissors are supposed to like almost be like the two different characters, the two sharp sides. And if you separate them, you remove their power. Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting.
Yeah, it's very, very interesting. Like, this is a movie that cares a lot about duality, and it's one that makes you think.
Jordan Peele's movies do that.
Yeah.
Don't ever think you're gonna watch a Jordan Peele movie and you're just gonna get it.
Yeah.
Because you won't.
No, and honestly, it's one of those kind of movies that will make you go look online, and you're going to read 10, 15, 20, 30 different people and their opinions on it, and you're going to go, oh, yeah, that could be, and then somebody else is going to say something, and you're like, oh, yeah, that could mean that. It's just not something you can take for face value. It's a lot more than that. And so, ultimately, that leads to them escaping. They are able to get out.
Yeah, so they're able to get out.
Get out. See what I did there?
Gabe's copy takes him onto the boat and is going to kill him at sea.
He's going to kill him out of the water.
Then Gabe gets out and knocks him into the water, drives the boat around, ends up killing his doppelganger, his dark self.
Yep.
And the rest of the family runs. Like they get out. Like he tells Umbre to run, and then her dark self is chasing her.
Well,
Jason,
honestly, that makes so much sense too. That is it. The dad's name is what again?
Gabe.
That Gabe is the most one out of the family who seems so bought in to this life, and he's the first one who kills off his darker self. Like that, it was easiest for him to do it than everyone else. You see what I mean?
Yeah,
like, there's some really interesting. Like you're like, oh, like did he mean to do that? I guarantee you, Jordan Peele meant to do that.
Of course, if there's something that you think, did he mean to? He probably did.
Probably did.
Jason and Pluto go into the closet where he gets stuck in earlier.
Yes.
Where he starts. Pluto really wants to see this magic trick, which clearly probably has to do something with fire because it looks like a lighter. Like
it does.
It's part of a lighter.
It hits like a lighter. This thing on his.
And Pluto is lighting matches, and then the entire time Jason has this like, it's not a Chewbacca, but it's like a Bigfoot, like a monster
it looks
mask.
like a Chewbacca mask.
It looks like a Chewbacca mask.
Yeah,
probably not a Chewbacca mask because of copyright.
Yes,
but so he notices Pluto is mirroring him, and so he's wearing a mask. Pluto's wearing like a face mask, like a full mask, and so Jason lifts it up. Pluto lifts it up, and we see that he's disfigured and burned.
From the lower half of his face is all disfigured and burnt. It's all got burns all over it. So something happened to him that did not happen to Jason. It happened to Pluto, but it didn't happen to Jason.
And which later down the line, this is why you start to think about things like that, and I'll talk about it a little bit towards the end of some theories and some things. But then he lights another match. It's lighting up. Jason blows it out and then runs and locks him in the room. He gets his mom out, and they start running to go and try to get Umbre, who's been running from her darker self.
Yep.
And they say, you know what we need to do? We need to go to Josh's house. We need to go because Josh is just across the bay. So like we need to get to Josh's house. So they all get on the boat.
They're going to the Tylers.
To the Tyler
family
and they
house.
and they get the boat over
and
there.
it's rich. It's glass everywhere. It's beautiful.
Smart home.
A beautiful dock.
Backup generator that he talks the entire time too. Gabe is doing this thing where like we said, he talks about
the life that he wished he had.
The life that he wishes he had. He goes, oh, he's got this really nice boat. Their car. Have you seen their car? Oh, this house they're renting.
He's envying a level of prosperity.
Yeah. He's like, he's got a backup generator. We got to
that he has generator. That he doesn't have, and that's part of like his darker self is how much he covets those things and like loves those things and wants to be part. And I think it's part of an insecurity of his particular character. Well, they and then this all of a sudden gets to that family's trauma, and when you get there, you find like all of a sudden it goes to that family and it switches what's happening in their house, and what's happening to Adelaide's family is now also happening to the Tyler family, as they've been just sitting there having wine, arguing with each other, just like they were at the beach.
Yep, just like they were at the beach. And their twins come out and they go, what's going on? Like, oh, I think the backup generator kicked on because they didn't lose power. Everywhere else doesn't seem to have power. Yeah. They have power. And Josh is like, okay, he's talking to his like Alexa thing. It's called a Penelope or something.
Yeah, Penelope or something.
And the daughters come out and they go, oh, it's fine. Just go back to bed. And they go, just because we're in our rooms, it doesn't mean we're asleep.
Yeah.
Like, you shut up. Fine. Okay, whatever. Go back to bed. And then the twins die.
They're so obnoxious. Well, and it happens so fast. So like
there was a bit of buildup with Adelaide's family. This one just out of nowhere is just
the doppelgangers for the Tyler's family show up. The two daughters are killed instantly. And then it is the wife's killed pretty quickly, but
Josh
there's a little bit of fight.
Yeah, Josh gets killed quickly too.
Josh gets killed quickly, very, very much.
And then the wife gets stabbed and like crawls her way to doppelganger.
That's
Josh.
probably also has meaning to it too. Like their family in particular, their dark side taking them over faster than the other family. There's a lot of meaning here.
It's one of the funniest things. It's just, especially in the moment when it happens, is the wife's crawling to doppelganger Josh, and like he reaches out his hand, and he goes,
yes, because even his doppelganger is the same kind of way as he is, even if he's very, very different. And ultimately, I know Jordan Peele wanted this to be like, to show that no matter what, no social class, whether you were middle class or poor or whatever, is going to escape your darker self. Like all of us have this good and bad side of us. Maybe not good and bad, but we have like these two selves. And I mean, even when we talk about it, like scripturally, even scripture talks about the idea of the old man and the new man and everything else. And it goes along the same idea of like escaping the buried self. And ultimately that's all, it's all the expansion of what we will come to know as the tethered. The tethered. It's the tethered people, which is the dark side, taking over and destroying their good side.
Yeah. And so they end up making it, and they get to the house, and then all of a sudden Adelaide's like, something doesn't seem right here at the Tyler house. Well, actually, she doesn't do that. Now that I think about it, they go and then ring the doorbell, and the door opens, and it's fake Josh. It's tethered Josh.
It's tethered Josh.
And she doesn't recognize the red jumpsuit.
She doesn't recognize the red jumpsuit at all because he had a robe on over it.
He had a robe on. And then she freaks out, hits him with
something. A robe
something.
on with blood on it.
Yeah, a robe on with blood on it. Hits him with something, and then he starts chasing Gabe to the boat, and then the rest of the family pulls in Adelaide, and it's left to the kids to go save their mom. Gabe takes care of tethered Josh on Josh's boat because he has a flare gun. Like, that's how it started, was also way back on the beach. He goes, oh, does it have a flare gun?
Yeah.
And he goes, no, mine has a flare gun. And so it's just things that they're talking about that they are using in this. And we see tethered Dahlia. She's like sitting there. She's about to kill Adelaide, and then she doesn't. And she takes her scissors and actually starts doing more like plastic surgery on herself.
Yeah, plastic surgery to herself. I mean, and it's not as grotesque as some things we've seen, but it's not a comfortable scene to watch.
But there's also the things of thinking about it, right? Like she's untethered at this point because they took out other ones, but so she still thinks or still feels the need to alter in some way, like regular Dahlia did.
Yeah.
And then the kids come in. One finds a putter. One finds a very big geode.
Yep.
And they take out the twins. Or they think they take out the twins.
Who are still doing cartwheels.
They're still doing cartwheels. That's what I'm talking about.
They're
still doing cartwheels.
They're still doing cartwheels. And they ultimately take out the entire family. Virtually. Well, no. They do take out that entire family.
Adelaide has to take out one of them because they thought they took out all of both of the twins, but one of the twins survived. And this is where we see the first time when Jason sees his mom kind of losing it.
Yes.
Kind of losing it. Because when she starts to take out this twin who's wrestling with her, she's very animalistic, she is rage-filled.
She is very different. This is bringing out a very different side of her than everybody else. She just seems off. But like you kind of take that for face value because this is a person who has gone through trauma. And so you're
trying to protect. You see it as a way of them protecting their family.
And you're like, oh yeah, she's faced trauma. She's known what it's like to go through these things. Therefore, that's what she goes off to. And then ultimately, that leads them to watching the news.
They watch the news where they find out they're like, oh, this is going on everywhere,
all over the world,
all over it's going on everywhere. And they go, okay, we need to drive and we need to leave here. Because Gabe actually wants to stay. Yeah. He wants to stay. He goes, we're safe here. And they go, yeah, tell that to Josh.
Yeah.
He's laying right there.
Well, and what the Tethered are trying to do is they want to just wipe out all of the other side, and then they want to create a giant line.
And you see them in the news. They're just all doing...
They want to recreate what is ultimately Hands Across America. And Jordan Peele would say, and the reason why I'm saying he would say is... He did a lot of interviews where he talked about this movie and the impact of these different things. Is that he viewed a event like Hands Across America as more like symbolic unity than actual justice. So he's like, they want a form of symbolism that is completely actual empty. Yeah. So their dark side wants this empty symbolism. And so that's one of the biggest points of the entire movie that they're trying to actually make. Which leads them to leaving. Mom's driving the car. No, daughter's driving the car.
And that's when her tethered Zora jumps on the hood, and she ends up flinging her off into a tree.
Yep.
And you see a moment with with Adelaide, like watching this version of her daughter die.
Yeah.
Where she's just kind of, it's a really interesting moment.
Yeah.
It's like she's watching her, and we just got to get to the end.
She's still seeing this is still her kid. It's just a different version of her kid. And watching your kid die at that point in the movie, you're going, I don't want to watch my kid die. I mean, it's so horrible. And so then what ultimately they get in this situation where they find this car on fire, and Jason,
it's
their car is on fire because they're driving the Taylor's car, I think it was. Jason has figured out that Pluto
will mimic him.
And he was doing it in the closet. He'll do it at all kinds of different areas. And he's found it as a way to like manipulate him. And so he's out there, and he's got these lighters he's lighting. There's this car on fire.
And they're trying to light the car that they're in on fire.
And he realizes that the gasoline is under the car, and he realizes it's a trap. And I think this is like Jason really tapped in to his dark self, knowing, oh, I know it's what he's going to do because it's what I would do. And so he doesn't. The movie doesn't. But here's what this movie does great. It doesn't spell it out for you. It just leaves it there and then leaves you to think about what could potentially be happening. He walks backward until ultimately Pluto walks backward into
the fire.
Into the fire.
And then he gets grabbed. He's grabbed by Red.
Yes.
And then so Adelaide starts chasing after him into the same maze that she went into when she was a kid.
Yes.
And we see this escalator like thing when she gets in there that goes underground to these halls. Or, if you're a fan of the Backrooms, it's real Backrooms vibes down there.
Yeah.
Just kind of liminal space, just lights, hallways, doors, like just stuff down there.
Yeah, similar
Rabbits.
similar to something like Severance. Even it is cold.
Mm-hmm.
It is sterile.
Yeah,
Cold and sterile,
and
has like no life.
And she finds Red. Doing like a mosaic of like the hands across America. She's cutting them out and everything. And then Red starts giving us all the explanation of
this is the primary exposition of the movie.
Of like what the tethered are and what's happening with them.
Yeah.
And we don't get the big twist yet. But we get an explanation of, so above, like the government did this thing where they created the tethered.
Yes.
Whether it was to like create organs for people or spy stuff or something, is like,
again,
the reason
don't take
is
this
lost.
movie literally.
Yeah.
You're going to be looking for reasons why they exist, and that's not the point.
Yeah.
It's way more symbolic.
Yeah.
If Jordan Peele could have figured out a way to do both, this movie would have been better.
Mm-hmm.
But symbolism alone, it's good.
And so she's explaining, stuff that happens above happens down here, but in a little twisted way. And she talks about the night at the boardwalk, and we see a version of her dad and her mom and all the people at the boardwalk doing stuff. So it's like if they were in like a carousel ride, they're standing in a room spinning in circles. If they were on a roller coaster, they're standing in lines going, acting like they're riding a roller coaster. If they're playing all this stuff. And she, like the shirt that she's got, the Thriller shirt, the tethered version of her got a shirt that doesn't have anything on it, but it's just a black shirt with smudges on it. And she's talking about how they are connected and how everything that they're doing is to unconnect them.
Yes.
Is to get rid of that tether between the two. And then they start to fight. We get Red versus Adelaide fighting. And there is a thing that you see, which when we get to the very end, we see in this, and I pointed it out to you, Red is very graceful.
Yes.
With how she moves. She does talk about how Adelaide did dance, and that's why all the tethered all of a sudden looked to Red as like, you're going to save us, because they noticed something about
her. Why she's not doing the Nutcracker exactly. It's almost like she's doing the Nutcracker, and that's actually meant to be like, because the story of the Nutcracker is this girl that enters this like shadow realm that's a different version of the world that she lives in, and that's what Peele wanted it to be, is almost like a Nutcracker-esque sort of mirrored world that's like an underworld version of their overworld.
Yeah.
So
Red's very graceful with her movements with the scissors, slicing and dicing away at Adelaide. And Adelaide is just rage-filled, swinging around what does she have? A poker, like a fire poker.
Yeah. Yeah, she's just thrashing that thing.
But she's getting beat badly. Like Red is winning this fight.
Yes.
But then she catches Red unawares, stabs her, and then again, very animalistically ends Red.
Yeah.
And that is where we get the big twist, really. No, it's not. It's a little bit later.
It's a little bit later in the car.
She finds her son. They leave, they get in an ambulance, and they start to drive away.
And I love that fight scene. They're playing I Got Five on It, but with like this, like almost like it's like ballet music, because dun dun dun, like it's so cool how they actually did that. That was actually a really, really great scene.
And so then they're driving away in an ambulance. Her family, she's having more and more of these flashbacks to what happened at the boardwalk.
Ooh, and can I get into it?
Yeah.
So we discover that the real Adelaide actually was the child from the underground.
It was Red.
So Red is who the child actually was that went down into the tunnel originally in the movie and got lost from her family. And whenever Red went down there, Adelaide, who was down in that area, she had smiled at her, choked her, knocked her out, drug her downstairs to be with all of their people down below, left her chained up to a bed for her to survive with all of them. Took her thriller shirt, went upstairs, and it begins to put the pieces together. This is why she was basically mute when her family met her. And you're starting to put together all the things that the woman we followed all movie is actually the former tethered child who escaped, which is a good twist. I remember seeing it for the first time and going, I did not see that coming.
You don't see it
coming. I don't think it's like the best twist of all time, but I think it's a pretty good twist.
Good twist. And you get left with a moment where Jason looks at her, and there's so many people who've talked about this movie online, and I'm of the camp that Jason knows.
Yeah.
For some reason, Jason knows. But I say that because, as we said, Red, when you see her and they're fighting, she's very rhythmic. She's moving with rhythm.
Yeah.
And Adelaide is just aggressive. And when you watch the entire movie and you think about it, knowing all this, knowing that they're switched, all of the tethered that are attacking their people are animalistic.
Yes. Yeah.
Are more like,
they're the darker selves.
They're the darker selves.
Yes.
So you can kind of see that. And that's also why Red's voice is so raspy.
Well, and that's what makes it so important. This is such an important plot twist for the movie, because what it means is that because they get switched, you can't simply go, the bad side is the ones underground and the good sides are the ones above, because they're both bad. They're both absolutely terrible. They both have their bad things. This is just the hidden self. So it's easy in the beginning to go, well, these are the bad guys and these are the good guys, like I have been explaining the whole movie. But eventually it flips it on its head and goes, there is none that is good.
Yeah, and then what you also think about is the tethered underground didn't get a say in any of these choices.
Yes.
They were kind of like, and they never really explained why or how. But they're kind of,
if he could have figured out a way to do both.
If he could,
but some people would have probably not liked it.
You probably didn't want that. Yeah, artistically you like it, and so but they're like, as Red said in their story, found a prince, but then it didn't work out the same way. They're kind of forced to do. Is this? And I wanted to, because I brought this up yesterday when we were watching it. Lots of people point to plot holes. The one that really stuck with me after the rewatch was, why did she not come to the surface sooner?
They talk about it. They ultimately talk about how it was trying to establish something with the people down below. She was working with them to build.
Well, I mean,
plan.
like as a kid, once she finally got unhandcuffed, why didn't she just? Did you think it was she got lost? She couldn't find her way out, or like? Because that was, and then when I looked into it, that is one of the main plot holes for people. Is there is the thing of, well, why, how are they tethered? Why do they follow what the people up top do? But the biggest one was, why didn't Red, when she finally got free, escape?
Yeah.
Because she was technically the original. She wasn't the tethered, which, you could. There's many. There's many theories, many things.
You could do a very good. Honestly, that's a very good point. Very good point. It is a plot hole, and this movie does have a few plot holes in it. And there's a lot of things left unanswered. And it's a movie that some people, I think, would really, really enjoy, and others would be like, I would like more closure.
Oh yeah, at the very end of the movie, they're driving away, and then you just see, like, as it comes more into view, the red of their jumpsuits becomes more prominent, and you just see them standing across America, holding hands. And the movie ends.
Yes.
So Jordan Peele's movies, you do get a ton of theory and a ton of think and a ton of left up to interpretation. Like, there's a big theory I told you that Pluto is actually the original.
Yeah.
And they got switched because he has no rhythm when they're trying to get the music going. There's just so many. It's a theory I saw that I didn't deep dive back into, but there's a theory that Josh got switched that last summer.
Yeah.
Because he also came to get the magic trick to work. But he said, I left it here last summer. I can't get it to work.
Yeah. No, you were mentioning that to me last night. That is an interesting potential twist. But again, they don't explain it.
They don't explain it.
But I looked up several right here. So several questions. How did the tethered survive at all? Well, we know that they eat rabbits and mimic the actions of the counterparts while they're underneath. But ultimately, like, how were they sustained? Like, Did they? I don't mean to sound crude, but did they poop and pee? And like, did they have sewer systems?
When somebody dies, of old age or something, or
and what happens? They don't talk about that again because this is not.
It's not that. It's
not literal.
Yeah.
How does the mimicry work?
Exactly? Why are they?
That would have been an interesting thing to explain how the mimicry works, and I think you could have done something more with it. Why, if the government created this, why didn't the government clean it up?
Yeah.
That's a big one. The Hands Across America plan, while it has a lot of symbolism, makes very little practical sense. But again, it's all symbolism. How did Red become so organized and articulate? Like, how would she put this all together?
Exactly.
Why was Adelaide able to blend in so perfectly as a child? Why do the doubles match their families so neatly? This is my main question. Why now? Why then? Why?
Especially that's another one where she was this time she was like, oh, all the coincidences and everything. I'm like, they clearly do this because they were there last summer.
Yeah,
so it's like,
yeah. So there's no real reason why they do it. And the escalator tunnel access issue. The secret underground facility is bizarrely accessible through Carnival Funhouse connections and hidden entrances, and that opens up another problem. Has nobody stumbled into this before? I mean, it's just a public area.
Here's the thing: we don't bring these up to say, "Hey, this movie's bad." We don't. It's just something.
If you take it as a literal sci-fi plot, you're going to eat it alive. But if you look at this movie as this is meant to be allegorical, that's what it's meant to be, as allegory, then you'll enjoy it for what it is. But if you go into a lot of your movies and you're looking for realism, you're not going to enjoy this movie.
Yeah. If you got to be able to suspend the ability of disbelief for just a little bit.
Yeah, just suspend your belief for a little while. Go see something that means something that might make you think. Overall, I think a pretty decent movie.
I think we got to give our kernel rankings, but I would think before we get to our tier list, I wanted to. Well, what would you rate this?
Let me see if there's anything else I really wanted to talk about in regards to this. I did love all the Easter eggs. There's a lot of cool things. But I think I would give this maybe like 3.
Okay.
For me, I think this is a 3 for me. When I originally watched it, this would have probably been closer to a 4, 3.5. I think the beginning is a little bit of a slog. Like it's a slow start.
Just take a second to get into
and a lot of people I heard saying they thought the beginning was the best part, and it loses itself at the end.
Yeah, I've seen.
And I think the end is where it's most interesting.
I think people feel that way because all of a sudden, once Red starts explaining stuff, that's where a lot of the questions come in.
Yeah, and it does get fairly like exposition heavy.
Yeah. Because Red's talk goes for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Like she is explaining this stuff for not like a crazy amount of time, but for a long time.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe 3, maybe 2.5.
I was thinking about this immediately after we finished it, and we had looked at like the Rotten Tomatoes scores, and we were doing all the stuff we do, and like how the critics gave it a 93. And I was thinking, critics sometimes, it's just critics are so funny to me when it comes to some of their choices because you could see there's like some movies like
it's like they judge all movies the same until they don't.
Yeah. Like the thing that comes to me the most.
I can't like Morrow movie because it's void of this or whatever else. And it has none of these kind of things and all this kind of stuff. But I apply different rules for different types of movies.
I want to know what their ranking was of this movie. The one that got Amelia Perez. What was their... Okay, see, and they gave Amelia Perez 70%.
Yeah.
But audiences gave it a 28.
Yeah.
Like, it's critics to me are just so... It's so interesting to see because it truly is a mixed bag.
Yeah.
I would agree with you with a 3. That's what I thought immediately after we finished the rewatch. I was like, this is 3 to me. After I originally watched it, I would have been there with you with like a 4.5.
Yeah. I think on rewatch, this does not hold up as well.
On rewatch, I didn't think it held up as well, as good as Get Out does.
No, Get Out holds up very, very well. Get Out is at least a 4.5.
Which leads me to, I want to know, out of the 3 Jordan Peele movies, you have Get Out,
Get Out's the
and
best.
Nope.
I think Us is his weakest of the 3. But I think Us and Nope are both pretty close.
Yeah.
You know, Nope is way more sci-fi.
And he came out just when you come out batting 100 or batting 1,000, because
you can't keep that.
You're
up.
not going to be able to keep that.
You
up.
can't keep that up.
If it had been like Us came out first, and then he did get out.
And we don't know what the next Jordan Peele project is yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he produced him.
Him, but he did not. He wasn't.
Yeah, he produced him.
I'm looking for a
Jordan directed.
Like, when is the next? Like,
because he also produced Candyman.
What is the next Jordan Peele movie? They're looking at possibly 2027. There was one that was on Universal's release schedule for October of this year, but it's been delayed.
Yeah.
So they're looking at mid to late next year for his next movie.
He's been producing some really good stuff. Him was not good. Him was bad.
I didn't watch it. I don't really have any desire to watch it.
Him was pretty bad.
Him
was pretty bad.
So, 2.5, 3.
Yeah. I'm right with you. I'm right there with you on a 3.
Yeah.
It's Jordan Peele. Like, Jordan Peele's for some reason just really good at making movies, and it's a good movie. It's a good movie. It's just not as good as his others, and it does have some questions.
And so that led us into like, what do we do for like ranking today? What do we rank? And so, because we've been doing these rankings, and a lot of the audience seems to enjoy these rankings a lot. They get a lot of us disagreeing. So looks like a pretty weird looking group of movies. A lot of these movies that are on here are movies that have a major twist in them. So there's a lot of movies on here that are major twists. Most of the movies are all, they are ultimately like sci-fi, sort of like thriller, psychological, possibly horror, but like could be just like mental film, just thrillers in general. Some are not that. But here's what we're basing this on. We're basing these movies, because you're going to see these same movies show up in several ranking lists, because they're all very famous movies. We are ranking this list based on how good the twist was. How good the twist was. And so that might mean you see us put a movie lower down and go, I don't think it really has a twist. And so, like, don't hate on us for that.
Yeah.
We're judging this based on the twist.
Yes, we're judging this based on the twist. So we're going to start with Fight Club.
Fight Club is a phenomenal twist. One of the greatest twists of all time. It is an S-tier twist.
It is an S-tier
It is
twist.
so good. If you have not seen Fight Club, get ready to watch a very dirty, gritty, harsh movie. It is brilliant. And that twist, if you have never seen it coming and no one's ever spoiled it for you because it's been around for a while,
we're not about to start.
We are not going to start. That one is so good. You have a movie on there you wanted to add.
Yeah. Will you do that one second?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
So down here I have Airplane. Because the poster has the plane twisted.
I hate you.
It's so good. Hey.
D.
Come on.
D.
C for the comedy.
D.
C for comedy.
D. C for no. Based on twists, it's D. Put it in D. That was absolutely terrible, and that joke was terrible, and you're terrible for saying it. Okay, let's do something random here. Shawshank Redemption.
Okay, so there it is.
Shawshank Redemption. The twist. You know the twist. I know the twist. Maybe the audience knows the twist and everything.
It's been a minute.
I'm
trying to remember which one you're talking about. Oh yes, where he's okay.
Yes.
Is that one that we can? It's Shawshank.
Yeah, we can talk about Shawshank. The poster.
Yeah, the poster when he gets out.
Yes, the poster. I think that's a great twist. Do I think it's as good as a Fight Club twist? No, I don't think it's as good as Fight Club twist. I think Shawshank overall is a better movie than Fight Club, but it is not. But for twist, I was shocked. It's very, very good, but not as good as the Fight Club twist.
Let's see. I'll pick one. Gone Girl.
Gone
my
Girl.
Goodness! Talking about movies, I love the movie Gone Girl. The twist, I love the. Are you talking? You're talking the thing that happens right in the middle of the movie
In Gone Girl.
Yeah, in Gone Girl.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So I read the book first. I was listening to the audiobook, and I remember, if you've not seen Gone Girl, you should. Honestly, I remember Gone Girl. I'm reading the book, and I'm mowing my lawn, and I've listened to the whole first half of the book, and the second half happens, and they ultimately say what's happening here, and it just drops it on you, and you're all. I drop the mower, I run inside, and I said, Ashley, I don't know what just happened. Everything I thought I knew completely went out the window. Gone Girl, another David Fincher movie, excellent twist. I think S-tier twist.
Put that on that
Gone
S-tier.
Girl is an S-tier twist. Absolutely. And there's a lot of potential S-tier twists on here. There's some good ones. Okay, let me do one here. Hancock. Okay, so the twist in Hancock, I'm going to give up the twist in Hancock.
Whoa.
Because Hancock as a movie sucks.
What? Hancock's so fun. It's so quotable.
It's not a good movie.
But it's so quotable.
But the twist is particularly lame. You know what the twist is?
Yeah.
Yeah, him and Charlize Theron?
Yeah.
It is such a lame twist.
And when they get closer, they become more.
It's so stupid.
But it's such. But it's so.
But it's so what?
It's. Maybe I just have a soft spot for Hancock.
Hancock is a C twist at best, and I'm being generous.
Is there any way I could get you to move it up to B?
No way.
Just because I want you to think, though. I want you to think. Did you see it coming?
A mile away.
You saw that coming a mile away?
Yes.
Maybe I saw this movie when I was really young.
It's so heavy-handed how they do it, and they're constantly like showing you things. It's just so like. I'm sorry.
Okay,
but Hancock, I'm being generous. It deserves a D.
There's no
and
shot.
C is a good middle ground for me. Hancock, as a movie, is a mess. As a twist, even worse. Okay, pick another one.
So American Psycho.
American Psycho. I haven't seen this in a while. I think as a twist, I don't think the twist is really that like good.
Whoa.
I think it's a decent twist. Like, but it's
when he's at the
yes,
at the
I know
club,
what the twist is.
and then but he goes, that can't be possible. I just ate with him.
Yeah.
You don't think that twist is good?
I think it's decent.
When you watched American Psycho, and especially with the way that they make the movie, where Willem Dafoe did 3 different takes, one where he knew, one where he didn't know, and one where he was.
But to me, I struggle with the twist in it because I struggle with the movie a little bit. I do not love American Psycho.
What?
I do not love this movie.
American Psycho's so good.
So as a twist and a movie. Like, if I'm amalgamation of all those things together,
it needs to be B at least.
B, I'll give it a B.
Okay.
I'll give it a B. But I can't put it. I don't even think it's as good as the Shawshank twist. You don't see that Shawshank twist coming.
You don't see the American Psycho one coming.
Yeah, but I still don't think it's as good. Okay. Let's go with another one here. Speaking of movies with twists here, let's go Sixth Sense.
Which one?
Right here.
Okay.
Sixth Sense. In my opinion, Sixth Sense is an absolute, especially in its time, in its day, was an S tier.
An S tier twist.
Absolutely.
I See Dead People.
Today, today I See Dead People is virtually like Luke, I Am Your Father. Okay. Like if you say it, everybody knows what you're talking about. It became so huge. It became one of the biggest movies of the year. He got nominated for an Oscar for it. As a twist, as a movie, it's not an S-tier movie. The twist alone, M. Night Shyamalan would never again have as good a twist in a movie as he had.
I would argue one.
With Signs?
No.
Or no, The Village?
No.
Which one?
I would argue, I think Split was pretty good.
Oh, but Signs and The Village were both better.
I'm just saying, I think Split's
than
pretty
Split's
good. I think Split's pretty good.
Twist. But I believe that Sixth Sense, I See Dead People is better than Gone Girl's twist, in my opinion. I still can't put it above Fight Club, though.
Okay.
Fight Club is
I'll give that
top tier.
Shutter Island. Shutter Island's one I don't want to give away. I don't want to give away Shutter Island.
Because everyone needs to watch this.
Everyone needs to watch Shutter Island.
Martin Scorsese, brilliant.
Leonardo
really,
DiCaprio. I don't want to give it away. That's an S for me.
Just put it at A. I think it could very well be a low tier S, but put it at A and put it a high A.
Yeah.
I think that's very, very fair.
Shutter Island. Oh my gosh, it's such a. That might need the wheel to land on that one.
I do.
I want the wheel to land on that.
I would love to rewatch that movie. Okay. Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker. The twist being, what's the twist being?
The twist is that it's a garbage movie.
No, the twist. Here, give me the camera. The twist is that Rey is a Skywalker.
That's the twist, not the Palpatine twist.
Both of them are so stupid. They're so
Rey
dumb.
who? Rey Skywalker. Shut up.
It's so dumb. It's so like. It's
especially because in the previous movie, literally, they had Kylo Ren go, your parents were nothing. They came from nothing. You come from nothing. Next movie, you're a Palpatine. Somehow Palpatine's returned.
Yeah, no, it's an absolute mess. It's terrible.
It's worse than Airplane.
It's
worse than the joke I made.
It's worse than
the movie's awful.
I actually agree with you. It's worse than the joke you made. Okay, here's the deal. I know you have not seen this movie. I'm gonna make you watch this movie with me sometime. Mm-hmm. But Old Boy,
this one,
Old Boy, is a S tier twist.
Okay,
it is just trust me, because you haven't seen it yet. Old Boy could possibly be as good as Sixth Sense of a twist. But I'll keep it low because you haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
But I cannot wait for you to watch it.
Okay.
Incredibly important movie for you to watch. Okay. You pick one now.
Get Out.
Get Out. Very, very good twist. You don't see coming how it happens.
Like, I feel like there's multiple in this movie.
Yeah.
And I think the A to S tier twist is Rose. Mm-hmm. But the twist of the one that's like really up there, like that's really like in your face of the auction and the everything. That one's more B to A. I think the Rose one puts it A, almost S.
Yeah, I believe that it's not quite a Shutter Island twist.
Yeah.
But better than Shawshank twist.
Just the come on, Rose, get the keys. I'm trying, Rose, give me the keys. And then she just goes, I've been holding them the whole time.
Oh yeah. That one was great. You were like, oh my gosh, holy
she's
crap.
in on it.
Holy crap. Saw. Okay. Some of our viewership may struggle with this one a little bit here. This is a pretty harsh movie. Pretty harsh movie in general. But when it comes to twists, that twist in Saw, in the room,
that twist in Saw is what set up Saw, where everybody knew, like with an M. Night Shyamalan movie, there's going to be a twist. After that first one with Saw, they were like, everybody was going to be like, well. Yeah. There's going to be some kind of twisty thing.
It was such a good twist. I think that twist in Saw is, I don't know that I can put it at S tier. It might be S tier, but it's at least high A. Yeah. Potentially better than Shutter Island.
Potentially better than Shutter Island. I can't put it above Shutter Island just because Shutter Island's twist is.
It's really great. It's very, very good.
It's so hard to not put that up in
there. So many of these movies are worth watching. Really worth watching. Okay,
I would say Inception next.
Inception. Okay. What will you think would be the twist? Because some of these are like mind bending.
It's the mind. It's the top.
Yes.
Is the top? Is it gonna stop spinning or not? Because that's his thing. Where
it's an interesting thing. I don't think it's a great, like, I think this is a movie it's better than its twist.
Yes.
Whereas, like, Sixth Sense is a twist that it's better than its movie.
I would put this one in B.
Yeah, absolutely.
For twist. It's better than the American Psycho twist, I'll tell you that. It's better than the American Psycho twist. Just because it is, like, it's more of a...
Thinker.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. The next one I'm going to pick here is The Prestige. Speaking of Christopher Nolan, that one's a great twist.
That's a great
twist. I think that twist is a...
I think it has to at least be A.
Yeah, it has to be A. I think it's better than Get Out's.
Yeah.
I think it's better than Get Out's, but I don't think it's better than Saw's
Yeah.
twist. Okay, you pick one now.
I want to pick Donnie Darko. It's just been so long since I've seen that movie. Jake Gyllenhaal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember it. Give it me a little bit.
Jake Gyllenhaal, and there's this like rabbit figure.
Yeah, the rabbit figure
and everything else. It's just been a long time since we've
both seen it.
Yes, I haven't seen it in years.
Let me just
Yeah, let's not rank that one. We'll save it.
Okay.
A couple of these we won't get to. A couple of these we won't get to because we'd be here forever.
Yeah.
Let's do here. Pick a different one.
You had me do Airplane. I'll give you the Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3. Okay, so the twist in Iron Man 3 is tell them on the camera here.
That
Here, say it in the voice.
I am the Mandarin.
Yes. When Guy Pearce is like, I am the Mandarin.
I put it on you, not me. The producer's not here.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's not a great twist. I think it's a movie that's better than the twist. I did not like Iron Man 3 the first time I saw it. I was angry.
On multiple watches, I like Iron Man 3.
On multiple watches, I think Iron Man 3 is a pretty decent movie.
That twist is pretty bad, though.
It's a pretty bad
It's
twist.
not worse than Star. It's definitely it's.
I'm gonna give
Actually-
it at least a low C.
Yeah. I like that movie more on rewatch because I really like seeing Iron Man not super reliant on his armor.
Okay, Usual Suspects. Okay, this may be the greatest twist in any movie ever.
That's a great twist.
Kaiser Soze, man. I am going to say that it is the greatest twist ever in any movie. Usual Suspects deserves to be number one.
Deserves to be number one.
I believe that it is better than Fight Club. It is so good. It keeps you guessing.
I'll give that one to you. One movie I would have actually put on here too, just for gigs, is Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh, is a twist?
They have a twist.
I mean, it's at the end.
Yeah. That's just for gigs.
Yeah.
That's
But I
just for
think
gigs.
Usual Suspects is...
Usual Suspects is a very.
I think if you have not seen Usual Suspects, you need to watch it. It's rough language, all that kind of stuff, but it's really great.
Memento. See, here's Memento though.
Is constant twists.
Constant twists, and that's why I'm like, but it's also like the main one, the main.
Yeah, I don't think Memento's twist, its main twist even, is better than Prestige's twist though.
I give that to you. I think this is one that's movie is better than its twist.
I do. I agree.
Which is wild that it's that high.
I like Get Out's better than Memento though.
Okay.
As a twist.
All right.
Okay. The next one I'm going to pick is The Happening right here.
Oh yeah.
The M. Night. Speaking of M. Night Shyamalan movies,
Dude, what do you mean? This is right up. This
with
is
Mark
right,
Wahlberg.
Right there.
What's the twist, Nick?
It's
the trees.
It's the trees that are making everybody kill themselves.
It's the environment. Oh my gosh.
We got to treat the environment with respect, otherwise we're gonna die.
It's so bad, but it's at least more interesting.
It's more interesting than The Price of Skywalker.
Than that right there, and it gets to at least be above because it's at least
because it's an actual twist.
Because it's an actual twist.
It's an actual twist.
But that's it. It is so bad. It is one of the worst things that M. Night Shyamalan ever made. Okay, let's just pick like 4 more of this one. Each of us will pick 2.
Each of us will pick 2. I gotta go with Split.
Split's a
was
good
my
one.
first in theater M. Night Shyamalan experience, and that movie, I freaking love Split. I saw it with
the twist at the end with the girl
where he realizes that she's broken.
Yes.
And so he lets her live. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I think it's great.
And just James McAvoy in that movie was so
I
good.
don't know that I think it's I think it's a B.
It's a B twist. This is just a movie that I personally.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
I think it's better than No.
It's better than Inception's twist.
Maybe if it'll actually let me place it in front of Inception.
Yeah, I think it's better than Inception's twist. Okay, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. The twist in the end being, give me the camera. Give me the right camera. That's right. The twist at the end being that Colin Farrell's character
was actually Grindelwald.
It was Grindelwald the whole time.
It was
Johnny Depp. Oh, man. Well, here's what's great. It's an interesting twist because you don't see it coming at all.
You don't see it coming at all.
You don't see it coming at all. It just feels kind of forced in there.
Yeah.
So to me, it's a high C.
It's a high C.
Because it's at least an interesting twist. It just feels forced in there. Hancock's twist may be a little bit better, but I'll give... Let's put Hancock ahead of it.
Hancock ahead of it?
Yeah.
Okay. There's 2 on here I really want to do. I want to make sure we at least do...
What do you want to do? You pick one.
I will pick right here, Us, just because it was today's
We
episode.
have to
We
do
have
Us.
to do Us.
I think Us is very much a B.
I think it's a B.
Yeah.
I
liked it better than American Psycho's twist.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I got to put it here.
Yeah, I think that's very, very fair.
It made me think about the same as Inception. Like when it comes to like the questions that we talked about, it made me think about the same as Inception.
Okay, when you talk about incredible, great, one of the greatest of all time movie twists, you have to talk about Psycho.
You do have to talk about Psycho.
You've got to talk about Psycho, because if you saw that coming, you are kidding yourself. You never saw that coming.
Which twist are you talking about?
Both.
Like main character dying very early into the
main
movie.
character dying early on. That's a big twist.
That's a big twist.
But who it is? Who it is?
Yes.
And I know I'm speaking cryptically about a movie that almost all of us have seen, but if you haven't
seen Psycho,
my
watch
wife
it.
didn't see it until like a year ago, and she
watch the original Psycho, not the Vince Vaughn.
Not
Psycho.
the Vince Vaughn one. I would venture to say that original Psycho, that one is a above Gone Girl.
Above Gone Girl.
Yes.
I'd agree with you on that.
Yeah.
I'd agree with you.
Above Gone Girl. Are there any other ones that you want? Oh. How much time do we have?
Let's each do one more.
Let's each do one more. Okay.
Let's each do one more because I really want to put Interstellar on there.
Yeah, put Interstellar on there. The twist being the ending.
Yeah, it's another one like Inception. I mean, it's a Christopher Nolan movie.
This is an S tier movie.
This is an S tier movie,
but not an S tier twist.
The S tier twist is just it's more a plot thing, like with the timey-wimey wormhole. Him beating on the bookcase. No, don't go. Don't. Like that. Like you start to notice all the things that were him while he was in there. So for twist wise, I got to give this a low B.
Okay.
For me, unless you think it needs to be higher.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the low B. I'm good with
a low B.
Here, let's do a lightning round real quick through a bunch of these. Black Swan.
A.
A. Absolutely. I did not see that coming. Totally crazy.
Which one is this?
Vertigo.
Oh, another Alfred Hitchcock.
Another Alfred Hitchcock. Very, very good. Not as good as Psycho. But I would probably put it above Prestige.
Boom.
And
Silence
right
of the
there.
Lambs.
Oh man. As a twist. As a movie, it's an S tier movie. As a twist, B.
B.
But
high B.
High B.
High B.
Yeah, right there.
Okay. Drive. I love this. It's
a great movie.
If you love Ryan Gosling, but you like Ryan Gosling not as a goofball, Drive.
It's a great one. There's a lot of good early Ryan Gosling movies. I think as a twist movie. It's not a twisty.
It's not a twisty.
C. But it's better. But I'm, yeah, right there.
Okay,
that works for me.
I looked up Donnie Darko.
No, Fantastic Beasts is a better twist.
I looked up Donnie Darko's.
Yes,
where it says Donnie's choice to die instead of waking up on the golf course closes the tangent universe.
Oh yeah, so good.
And completely changes the future course of all that he interacts.
Yeah,
with.
Everything. Let's give it a high B.
High B
for
I think it's not better than Splits though. Splits was just like so
unbreakable.
Oh my!
This is M. Night's second best film. Second best film behind Sixth Sense.
Hey, it's right there.
It is. I think it's better.
I think it's
right under Saw.
Yeah, I think it's a high A.
Yeah.
I think it's a high A.
Right under Saw.
So we have 4 left here.
Blade Runner and Blade Runner 2049. Great movies, decent twists. Ultimately, it's like, oh, I didn't know you were a replicant. You are a replicant. For a twist, it's a C.
Yeah. I think it's probably the best.
Yeah, best C. 2001 Space Odyssey is just kind of
S-tier movie.
It's an S-tier movie, but twist-wise, do we see his computer system being the bad guy? It's pretty much establishing that consistently.
I think I put it where like
as a twist, right there. Yeah.
Matrix. Just rapid. Just give me
C.
C.
For no. Yeah. C is a twist because there's no real major twist in it. Shining. As a twist, I don't think it's a twisty movie. But because it's The Shining, I have to give it at least a C.
At least a C. I got at least
Yeah, put it mid C right there. And then Prisoners. Prisoners is a Denis Villeneuve movie. This one is great. One of his twistiest movies he ever made. Just like The Arrival. Hugh Jackman, Jake Gyllenhaal. If you like murder mysteries and
where's my daughter?
Stuff like that. Man, this is a great movie. As a twist, did not see it coming. I would put it right up with Shutter Island and this whole crowd right there. It is pretty great.
Alrighty.
Okay, that's it.
I'm going to throw the camera to you so you can explain the wheel while I pull it up.
So, the wheel that we have been spinning, that was episode 20, guys. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we're 20 episodes into this. I cannot wait when we get to a year's worth of episodes. It's going to be wild, man. But we're almost halfway there, man. We're getting close. The wheel, as you know, 20 episodes in, if you're a regular listener, if you're not and you're watching this for the first time, it consists of movies that are on both of our libraries. Some that we have seen, like me, mostly seen. Some that Nick has not seen because he's not watched all the movies in his library. Although I just bought a package the other day of like 50 movies, and I hadn't seen 3/4 of them. So I have a lot more in my library now.
Yeah, right now it says entries at about 198. But one thing to keep in mind is with this, we've put some franchises and some trilogies as one.
If you're going to watch John Wick, you're going to watch all of John Wick.
Like right there, if you look at the top, it says Despicable Me 1 through 4.
Yes. And guess what? I have to tell you before, because I won't get to say this before, this coming weekend, I am going to see a mega marathon of Jurassic Park 1, 2, and 3. And then when I come
Jurassic
home,
World?
When I come home that night, I'm watching Jurassic World. Absolutely.
And
nope.
Fallen Kingdom?
Yeah, maybe Fallen Kingdom.
And Dominion?
Yeah, probably. And Rebirth.
and Rebirth?
Yeah. And they're already working on another one.
I know.
Yeah.
Because everybody loves Jurassic Park.
Because it almost made $1 billion again, and Rebirth wasn't even that great.
I know.
Because Jurassic Park, they sell tickets.
It's dinosaurs, man.
Oh, it's so good. Also, if you want to watch something that's really good, monster movie type show, watch Monarch: Legacy of Monsters and the new season of Invincible. We need to do a TV episode sometime.
Andrew was saying he wants to do we need a
TV episode. All right, let's.
Here we go. We're spinning.
Drum roll, please.
We had his son Cameron said he wants it to be Despicable Me. Oh, so close.
Some kind of wonderful. Hey.
John Hughes, 80s movie.
Okay, this is great. We can do a John Hughes ranking. Because there's a lot of John Hughes.
I love John Hughes.
So we don't have to do a massive John Hughes ranking. We can do some kind of wonderful Kevin Bacon. No, not Kevin Bacon. No, that she's having a baby.
That she's having a baby.
Some kind of wonderful is. I haven't seen this in forever. Wait a second. I may have never seen this movie.
1987 movie. Eric Stoltz.
I have never
Leah
seen.
Thompson, Mary Stuart Masterson, Craig Sheffer, Molly Hagan.
I have never seen this movie.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited.
I've never seen this movie.
I love John Hughes movies.
Love
John Hughes movies.
This will be a very distinct change from what we've been watching. Okay.
All right. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Whether you're watching on YouTube or you're listening on Spotify or Apple, we appreciate it very much. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with a friend. Leave a like, a comment. If you really enjoyed it and you want to make sure you never miss an episode, hit that follow button or that subscribe button. It means a lot to us. We do this just for the love of the game for you guys. So if you like one of the takes or you very vehemently disagree that Airplane was a D twist movie and it should be higher, let us know in the comments.
If you do, you need to just not talk because it's not a twist movie at all. And if your joke is their poster, unsubscribe. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. We hope Andrew gets to feeling better soon so he can be back with us for the next episode. See you at the movies.